Has any other map in Call of Duty history stolen our hearts and tested our patience more than Nuketown? From the OG version in Black Ops 1 all the way to its latest appearance, we've all sunk countless hours into this legendary battlefield. It's the map that basically defined close quarters chaos. The place you go to test your reflexes and the source of some of our most nostalgic gaming moments. But which Nuketown is truly the GOAT? That's a debate that has been raging in game lobbies for over a decade. Some people are die-hard fans of the original, others loved the wild movement of the futuristic versions, and some just want to see it all get a fresh coat of paint. Well, today we're going to try and settle that debate. We are ranking every single major version of the most iconic map in Call of Duty history. This is at EVERY Nuketown, ranked from worst to best based on gameplay, visuals, and overall legacy. Kicking off our list at the very bottom, it's a group entry for the spin-offs: Nuketown Island from Blackout, the Zombies maps, Alpha Omega, and Nuketown Zombies. Now, before you all start flaming the comments, let's be real. These aren't bad maps, they just aren't your traditional 6v6 multiplayer arenas, so they land here almost by default. Nuketown Island in Black Ops 4's Blackout was a sick tribute, dropping the classic layout into a huge battle royale map. It was awesome to see the cul-de-sac as a hot drop location, but it served a totally different purpose. It was just one piece of a much larger world, not the tight self-contained chaos factory we all know and love. Then you got the Zombies maps, Alpha Omega and Black Ops 4, and Nuketown Zombies and Black Ops 2 were a fantastic twist on the formula, turning the cozy suburban dream into a desperate fight for your life. Alpha Omega especially blew up the playable area by opening up the bunkers and adding a whole new story. They're incredible Zombies experiences, but they're ranked here simply because they play by a completely different rulebook. Next on the list is Nuketown from Call of Duty Mobile. You gotta give credit where it's due. It's a surprisingly faithful recreation of the original map, somehow squeezed on your phone. The gameplay is fast, it's frantic, and it perfectly nails that Nuketown feel for a mobile audience. The only reason it's this low on the list is the platform itself. As great of a port as it is, the controls are naturally simplified, and the experience just doesn't have the same raw mechanical depth as its console and PC big brothers. It's a top tier mobile map, but it's playing a different league here. Coming in next is Nuketown 84 from Black Ops Cold War. This version threw us back to the 80s, giving us a rundown, almost ghost town version of the map. The idea of seeing the test site abandoned and covered in graffiti after years of neglect was cool. Gameplay wise, it was your standard solid boots on the ground Nuketown. The problem for a lot of players though was the visuals. Compared to the super vibrant, colorful versions of the past, 84 just felt a little drab and lifeless, even though the gameplay was pure Nuketown. Its legacy is being the dirty Nuketown, which left some fans missing the bright, clean chaos of the older maps. Just ahead of that, we have the Winter Wonderland version of Nuketown from Black Ops 4. Set in the snowy Russian testing facility, this map was a huge visual change-up. The snow-covered ground and Soviet-era buildings give it a really unique and memorable vibe. Seeing the iconic layout covered in a blanket of white was a cool twist, and it played well with Black Ops 4's 5v5 boots-on-the-ground combat. The issue? It was pretty much just a cosmetic change. The gameplay didn't feel all that different or evolved. It was a solid, dependable Nuketown, but it didn't really push the boundaries, letting it right in the middle of our list as a respectable, if not revolutionary entry. Now we're getting to the heavy hitters. Cracking our top section is Nuketown from Black Ops 3. This map was pure unfiltered chaos, and you either loved it or you hated it. Treyarch had to adapt the classic layout for the advanced movement system of Build 3. With all its wall running, thrust jumping, and power sliding, the result was a dizzying playground of speed and verticality. The visuals were also a massive shift, with a clean, simulated, almost virtual reality look. For a lot of players, this was just too much, arguing that the advanced movement ruined the map's classic flow. For others, it was the most fun they'd ever had on Nuketown. A glorious explosion of scale and speed. It's one of the most divisive maps in Call of Duty history, and for that, it earns its high-impact spot right here. Right after that comes the Black Ops 6 version of Nuketown, which brought the map back to its roots with a polished, modernized take on the classic 1950s test site style. The layout stayed faithful, the colors were richer, The lighting gave it a clean, contemporary glow that made the map feel fresh without changing how it played. Some fans loved how it captured the BO1 spirit with modern fidelity, while others felt it didn't shake things up enough. But either way, it struck a sweet balance between nostalgia and modernization. Then we got a Black Ops 7 remaster of Nuketown 2025, which brings back the fan-favorite BO2 version with a fresh coat of paint. The retro-futuristic suburbia is still intact, but the sharper textures, updated lighting, and cleaner materials make it the crispest looking take on the style yet. It doesn't even reinvent anything, but it modernizes everything, giving the classic layout that polished, new generation feel without messing with what made it special in the first place. Okay, this was a really tough call, but coming in at the number 2 spot is Nuketown 2025 from Black Ops 2. A lot of people will argue this is the best version, and honestly, they got a strong case. Nuketown 2025 did what every great sequel should. It paid respect to the original while evolving it perfectly. The layout was almost identical, but the visual overhaul was incredible, giving us a retro-futuristic Jetsons version of Suburbia that was both charming and fresh. The core gameplay was made even better by Black Ops 2's amazing arsenal and the introduction of score streaks, which made locking down house feel more rewarding than ever. And the mannequin Easter egg that let you play old school Activision games on the big screen was just a cherry on top. It didn't try to reinvent the formula, it just perfected it. Finally, at our number 1 spot, the undisputed king, the icon, the legend itself, the original Nuketown from Black Ops 1. You just can't beat the original. This is the map that started it all. When it dropped back in 2010, its tiny size, perfect symmetry, and vibrant, almost surreal 1950s test site vibe were a total shock to the system. It created a brand of gameplay that was light and fast, endlessly replayable, and completely addictive. Every single part of this map is iconic, from the terrifying dog kill streaks to the game-ending nuke that wiped everyone out. It laid a foundation for every other map on this list, and is still the benchmark that all small maps are measured against. Its legacy is unmatched, its influence is undeniable, and for millions of us, it's the definitive Call of Duty experience. So there you have it, every major Nuketown map ranked. Of course, this is just our list, and honestly, the debate is half the fun. So I want to hear from you guys. What's your number 1 Nuketown? Would you change anything in this ranking? Drop your full list in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, do me a solid and hit the like button and subscribe for more deep dives into Call of Duty history. From the original masterpiece to its newest incarnation in Black Ops 7, the journey of Nuketown is basically the story of Call of Duty's evolution. It's a map that has changed with the times, but has never ever lost its soul. Topping our list was the original from Black Ops 1, followed closely by the perfect sequel in Nuketown 2025, and the chaotic fun of Nuketown. But no matter which version is your favorite, I think we can all agree that this tiny patch of suburban doom has given us some of our best gaming memories. What's your single favorite Nuketown memory? Let me know down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.